sort of moving away from Bay Creek to the city, to the larger city, well, you know, to the city. How would you have voted on the attempt to disband the Landmarks Commission and the Edgewater Hotel?
You mean the vote to overturn the Landmarks Commission?
Yes, thank you. I knew I didn't have the correct word.
Actually, there's a current proposal that's pending that will change the way that the Landmarks Commission functions, so I wasn't sure if you were talking about that. I would have upheld the Landmarks Commission. And beyond that, on the Edgewater in general, there were so many votes that it's hard to keep track of them. But the one place where I took a stand at the time, helped organize and analyze around the issue, was on the tax incremental funding, on the TIF. I thought it was a huge mistake. The project itself, according to the city's own analysis, supported a $3.5 million TIF. We gave them an over $16 million TIF. We got in exchange for it partial access to a luxury hotel plaza. The numbers on how that was calculated and what that access were worth weren't very good. The numbers on that the tax increment that will be generated from the hotel aren't very good. The jobs numbers aren't very good. Leaving aside the analysis, again, at the time I was part of organizing the opposition to that TIF, successfully got the school board member of the TIF review board to vote against it, worked hard on that. I also think that the attacks on the process and the attacks on citizens' participation that came through that, came as a result of that, push this city in a bad direction, and one of the main reasons I'm running is because I think we need to create a culture of openness to participation, and we need to value our citizens who volunteer their time on committees. And that's a huge motivation for me running for this position. So,
the first thing I want to say is that we never know as much as the people who are in it, and I try to have some respect for the people who are hearing all the details and having to make this decision. So, having said that, though, my impression was that I agree with TJ. I don't think the TIF was deserved. I thought the process was miserable and needs to be fixed. We need to not go through that sort of thing again. And I, on the other hand, don't think that the project is a terrible project. It's kind of away from the city. It's, away from the city as away as you get on the isthmus, I guess. But it's not a huge impact, I think. And I think it's okay if they build it, but I think they should have paid for it themselves.